Okay, welcome to the call, guys. This is Geek Out Fridays. I'm your host, Damon Nelson, along with my business partner, Wayne Atkinson. And we're very excited to share with you 5 new features coming out today on AIMasher. And it is January 26th, so you know this is a fresh call here. Number 1 is multiple WordPress authors. This is great for, one is guest post, but you can also randomly post to the different authors that bulk content that you're pulling in from ZimWriter, or you're using our content engine or any of the sources out there, so that it looks like your blog post, your blog site has more than one writer. That's a key thing to keep in mind in the very near future and in current with the helpful content. You want to look like you're a staff. You've got a team of writers. Will a lot of time put links to other sites. So we built this in with the anticipation that you're going to have multiple authors or you're going to have some guest writers. Also, if you're using AIMasher and you have a guest writer, you can import their HTML directly into my articles, okay? And then post it like that. A lot of people have been asking, well, why, if I can go straight from ZimWriter into WordPress, why do I need to use this enhanced publishing that you're talking about? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. One of them is this multiple WordPress author. You want to be able to give a variety. Now, also, you want to have author blocks at the bottom of your blog post, okay? So that leads into number 2, article audits. We built this feature. This is one of those features that you didn't know you really needed it until we talk about it, okay? So as you're bringing in articles from a bunch of different sources, you want to know eventually when they start getting ranked, which ones are getting ranked more often than others. Well, if you're importing them from 3 or 4 different sources, you're using ZimWriter, might be using Phrase, you could be using QualiWriter or any of these tools out there, or you can be using the tools that you own inside of AIMasher. Okay, you want to be able to track it back to those particular posts and do more of them. Okay, the ones that are not getting ranked, you probably don't need to even audit. But we give you a little tag, and I'll show you where it is when we go into the live demo of how that article came to be inside of AIMasher, okay? Amazon product search. We did a little new feature add, but a lot of people missed it, is we are doing a lot of product roundups right now through ZimWriter. Matt did an incredible tool in Product Vault with the product roundup, and he keeps improving it, okay? But when you go out and you do a automated search for e-bikes, I'm giving that as an example because I've been doing a lot of e-bike stuff on our e-bike site that we're building, okay? When you do that random search on Amazon, it's going to bring back, maybe it might bring back a couple of e-bikes in the top 10 list or the top 20. And it's going to bring back some chargers. It's going to bring back some handlebars, some helmets, and maybe a light that you could put on your e-bike, okay? So if you have an article that says that these are the 5 best foldable e-bikes that we found on Amazon, and you're relying on what you can get off that ZimWriter product roundup, you may get 16 links back. And unless you go in and look at every single link, you don't know which one is the good one, which one's the bad one, okay? So if you're going straight in with ZimWriter and you don't look at those links first, you may have helmets, gloves, a light, and one foldable e-bike in your list. And if you're doing a random, it may not even show it, okay? So we built this product inside of Keyword Masher. So if you have just the Keyword Masher tool, you still have everything you need to do this. Is you bring in the ZimWriter, or you start here with the keyword, and I'll show you how to use it. You start with a keyword. We do a product roundup for you. You choose the ones that you want and hit a button, and it pastes it into the clipboard, and you paste it into Matt's product roundup, and you're off to the races. Okay. It really is that easy. The other thing that we did was we added a button to send it to a listicle. Now, if you have the agency license, you have our listicle maker. We make a more abbreviated product roundup, a listicle with it. So it's not a lot of content, and we're utilizing the image, but we're also utilizing something new, is we have a product shortcode. ZimWriter has it. I thought that was a great idea. Let's put it in our listicle, okay? So we added it to the listicle so you can have a listicle with product shortcodes, or you can have just your basic listicle that will pull the images, will pull all the detail for you, okay? Number 5, this is the biggie, as we like to say here. We had an issue with MidJourney's API. They basically cut it out of Discord. So the Discord continues to use their own API, but there were other APIs within Discord that we were using, and all of them got canceled. So all of our MidJourney calls got canceled. So we kind of put together a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts. Where are we going with all this? And we have an API, a very, very stable API that uses Stable Diffusion. Okay. Do you have to go get a Stable Diffusion account? No, we're paying for all this. Okay. It will do MidJourney 4, but you don't want to use that. You want to use all the new models that are coming out on Stable Diffusion. Okay. One of the reasons that we like this so much better than what we were doing, it is fast. MidJourney was taking anywhere from, at the shortest, 5 minutes, at the longest, 3 days to generate an image, okay? And I know some of the guys on the call and ladies on the call probably have already put in a comment like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Damon. So these are fast. 12 seconds to 30 seconds. If it takes more than 2 minutes, there may be a bug with a prompt, okay? They're easy to use. You don't even have to think about it. We convert your MidJourneys coming in from ZimWriter, and we also set it up for the RSS feed rewriter service, okay? So if you're going from RSS-Masher into AIMasher, we'll build the images for you, okay? They're high quality. Now, Stable Diffusion is about 3 months behind MidJourney's version 5.2 or version 6, okay? So it is going to get better over time, but you have a lot more models to choose from. That's the beauty about this. So we're going to show you, we're going to go into a lot of details, and I'm going to kind of skip ahead so we can keep on going, okay? We have what we call our magic image switcher. We know sometimes you get a 6-finger person, or you get a person with 3 legs, or a dog with 3 legs. So it's random, and it's not all the time, but if you have a featured image and you want to look at these featured images before you publish them, that's why that My Article exists, is so that you can edit your articles in an HTML editor before it hits WordPress, before it gets indexed, or before it goes out on the pinging with all the ping bots out there, okay? We like to fix our content before it goes over, instead of getting it into WordPress and then going into WordPress and working with it. Because sometimes, depending on your builder, you brought it in through an API call, but if you got Gutenberg, or you got WP Bakery, or even Elementor, occasionally when you go in, you can't really edit it that quickly. So we prefer to do it outside of WordPress with an HTML editor and then send it in. A couple of advantages. One is this magic image switcher. You got 4 buttons. So if we generate you an image, you get 4 of them, okay? They all go into the folder that you choose. But if you go into the editor and you don't like that image, you'll just switch image 2, image 3, image 4, and you can see all 4 of them for your featured image. Very, very neat feature. So I'm about to show it to you, okay? Wayne, any questions that we can answer before we get going?
No, not at this moment.
Okay. Now, guys, some of these features are so new that I may be asking Wayne, did I do this right? Okay. So let's go over and how do you get your authors? So I'm going to go into my integrations, go into WordPress, and I've got, this is my wife's bookkeeping site, so I'm just going to go in and edit it. Okay. Okay. We got some categories in here. You can always hit get categories to refresh it. And there we go. Now get authors. We bring in any author role that is author, editor, and administrator. I think even there may be another category that we bring over, but we don't bring over subscribers. Okay. So I've got a site that is a user generated content site, and I've probably got 200 subscribers to it. I don't want to bring them all in because they're not going to be writing. So these are the writers for this site.
Damon, we can only see demo time.
Oh, thank you. Let's try this again, guys. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go into integration and bring in WordPress. And then you can choose. And these are kind of new features that we added is click to edits there on all our tables. Okay. And we're using application password. This is important because this is the only one that you can pull authors with is application password. You will click get authors. It's going to spin around and it's going to bring back all authors right here. Now, if you don't want one of these is to be in the list of the random rotation, you can just turn them off. Okay. So that's our VA right there. And he does some content for us, but for this particular site, it's just going to be my wife and I are publishers of articles. Okay. Once I'm done, I hit update and finish. Okay. So that's the first feature. Real easy to add. And I got to go back here. Let's see. Okay. Second feature is article audits. When you bring in an article, you import it. Okay. We're looking at this. How did you import it? Well, it's files. Was it ZimWriter? Was it Autoblogging AI? Was it General Markdown? Or just you have an HTML file? Okay. We're recording this right here. If it's from Content Engine, we're going to record it. If it's a clipboard, we're also going to record it. And you can paste your clipboard right in there. In fact, this is a great idea if you've been using the Sandbox or you want to put something straight from ChatGPT in here. Okay. In fact, if you got Storyline, I don't know if Peter Hathaway's on here. If you got Storyline or one of his GPT tools, this is a great way to drop in his GPT from chat. Okay. Now we're recording all this. And when you go into Article Publisher, My Articles, this is the one I push pedal crank. This is an e-bike conversion kit. So come down here to the very bottom, and you're probably familiar with this data table here. Okay. Here's how we imported it. We imported it via ZimWriter. It was a review and it has images. Okay. It cost us 20 cents. I did a GPT 3.5 turbo, and you've seen this all before. Okay. This was a product roundup that we did with e-bikes. Okay. So what I did was I went in and did the conversion kits. In fact, I think this is not a product roundup. This is just a long freaking blog. So let's look at some other ones. Articles. And this one came in. This is a electric. This one actually came in from Surfer. So this is that paid AI tool from Surfer. And short little description. Here's a summary, frequently asked questions, and it scored real high just straight out of the box. Now, I'll give you some hints on this. It doesn't, this was, I guess I brought it in before we even had that importer, but it would say imported and it would say HTML title right in here. Okay. This is a Surfer AI. It came up with, in fact, I've been researching bikes. I'm interested in a class 3 e-bike that has a throttle and some power assist levels. This is AI generated. Okay. This was what came in from Stable Diffusion. And you could tell there's an extra crank in there. I don't know if we need it. We put the article. This is the enhancements that we're doing. We put the article in there, and I went in and just manually copied the image and then linked it to the page. Okay. So I did have to do a little bit of input, but as I'm looking through here, I'm going, wow, that's a good looking bike. And that's a good look. And that's almost like a motorcycle. So I really do like Surfer's AI. Now, it's not cheap. It's more expensive than all the others combined together, but it does give you a little bit of flexibility with it. Okay. So let's go back to my articles, and this was new. Pedal crank. This is another one we brought in from, actually, I think that was the same one. Looks like the same images and images. Okay. So you're going to have this from now on, from all the new articles that are coming in. Okay. Now let's talk about the product search. I'm going to go over here to the next new feature. It's in Keyword Masher, Amazon product search. Now let me make sure I've got Amazon's MWriter loaded up. Yep, it's loaded up. Wayne, can you see this box here?
I can.
Okay, perfect. I'll just put that aside. And let's do a product search. Come down here and click Add. And I'm going to start a brand new credits per month. We've got a very affordable, if you want more searches in here, we'll be putting a box down here probably next week where you can buy more searches per month if you want, or some rollover credits. They're very cheap, but everybody gets 100. Okay. Now I'm going to do one that is e-bike carrier. Okay. And it's going to Amazon. It's looking for this keyword term in the US Amazon version. I think we even have we got several different versions in there. And it's going to use 1 credit. Now, when it comes back, you can use this for different things. You could sort by rating, by last sales, by price. So you could maybe have a group of 10 that are under $100. So that would be your blog post. Then you have 10 that are the most popular, but you're only using 1 search with it. Of course.
More people on Amazon at this time of the day, I think, especially on the .com.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, if you notice, it has a picture of a motorcycle back there. Okay. Is that the one that you want to use? Well, it may be, it may not be. Let's see. We have 26 to choose from. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by recent sales. Okay. Typically, if you had run it inside of MidJourney, you're going to get a variety of links, but you're not going to get the sortability. You're not going to get to see the picture, and you got to go into each link to see it. We found that was a problem. Wayne came up with a very clever solution. So I'm going to look at a minivan's carrying capacity. That looks like a hitch mount. I'm going to look at recent sales, ratings, and I want anything that has above a 4. So I'm going to type in 4, and I'm going to use this little filter button right here. I don't want the ones that just have 4 stars. I want anything that is greater than or equal to 4 stars. Okay. So that all looks good. Now I'm going to go in and go, okay, I got 24 I could send over. I don't want to send 24. Let's just do anything that's above 10. So I'm going to go over here and go is greater than or equal to 10. So these have had 50 sales in the last month. These have had 200 sales in the last month. Okay. These all look pretty good. So what I would do is I'm just going to tag them all. And they're pretty pricey. Now, Amazon, there's one right here. It says no price on it. I'm going to uncheck it because a lot of times when we bring it back with the search that we have, this is sold out or it's unavailable for some reason. Okay, so I'll take the ones without price.
There's also a good test with this one you've done, because you'll notice you've got some carriers, capacity standard electric folding carrier.
Yeah.
So you could, if you only wanted bikes, you could just untick it.
This is a.
See, the third one's a bike, the fourth one's a carrier. Obviously, the keyword e-bike.
So take that one off, and yeah, all the others will work. Okay. Now, I'm ready to go. I'm going to copy to ZimWriter Product Roundup. I'm going to bring over here ZimWriter. And I'll see this, hopefully. Go into AI Vault, bring that screen over, activate Product Roundup, bring that screen over, and I've got e-bike car carrier. Okay. So that's going to be one page right there. That's a Product Roundup page. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in here and I'm just going to clear them. Clear my filter, clear my dots, and I'm going to sort by reverse. So I don't want that one. That one has 0, but I'm going to do under $200. So let's make it 200. And I'm going to say in here is less than or equal to 200. Uncheck that one. Check, uncheck. Okay, so I've got 13. Create the roundup. Now, I probably should have looked through here and make sure. Let's do this. Take the motorcycle off. And that looks good. Now, copy to clipboard. Come over here. And now I'm going to paste that in there. Okay. E-bike car carriers under $200. Now I have 2 review pages being built right here. Now, typically I'm just going to go in and go randomize order, random, second person. That sounds good. Model, I'm going to jump it up to 1106 and photographic. Okay. All good to go. Short answers, disable. I'll leave that. But I'm going to come over here. He has a product short code that we can use. Okay. So that's the product short code right there. To turn it on, use that. I did a review between 2 short codes. It's in ZimWriter. But this is AAWP. This is a short code that will pass over, that he will create it with the short code in there without images for the product. When I send it into WordPress, it's going to pick up the short code and the plugin will go get the images and go get the features and go get the current price and put a buy button with my default Amazon affiliate tracking code. It's well worth the money is to get a product short code, Amazon product short code plugin. I like AAWP, but there's several of them out there. And I did a review that compared this with I think it's AAFI or something like that. Okay, but AAWP, that's a good one, very affordable. Okay. Save settings, start roundup. Okay, now it's saying, please wait, just checking. So here's my confirmation screen. I'm getting one more of confirmation. So it's going to create 2 reviews for me. Okay. Very easy to do, but you saw that we're able to select by price, by rating, by recent sales, and do all this. I'm going to go in and let's look at some other ones in here that we've done. Pruning saws. Okay. I've got a tree pruning service that we're working with a client on. Okay. So we pulled the roundup, we pulled the product search. We have 65 items. Okay. I don't necessarily want that many in there, but they're Amazon. So I'm going to sort by recent sales. 6,000, 3,000. Okay, these must be pretty popular if they're selling that much, okay? This one doesn't have a price. Let's do maybe down to 200, 100. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I want recent sales, but I want prices that are above, let's go prices above $13 is greater than or equal to. And we're still sorting by sales. Now I can come in and go, okay, let's just grab the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I would probably be, these kind of look similar. The Fisker is a very good printing share there. Okay, so now I'm ready to send this over. I could do the same thing with those 6, put them in the clipboard, but instead I'm going to create a listicle with them. We automatically pull it over, Amazon product search. If you want to use your AAWP, you would click that. And we put the default one that you put in there right there. Now, this is, for some reason, we got a quote out of place or something in the coding. So we'll get that fixed. It will be fixed before the end of the day. But that's the default short code that comes across. And now we're looking at tree pruning. We've got 6 items. Here's my OpenAI. And, oh, I forgot to tell everybody. ChatGPT launched a new model, and it's 0125. I'll show you how in just a second to go over into your integrations. In fact, let's bring that up. I'll just open in a new tab. To get this new model into AIMasher, very easy to do. You come over to your code, click Edit, and click Get Models. When you do that, you'll see that one pop up. This is supposed to be better than this one, and it's not. From what Wayne said, it takes away the laziness. Sometimes this was getting lazy and wouldn't do the research. In fact, it was smarting back to people and saying, you know, you do the research. Thought that was kind of clever. Okay, so that's how you get the new model in there. And we are going to build a listicle inside of, I'm not going to use a short code. I'm just going to do the search. And 6, this is the preview, most current. And what I like using, confident and informative, is my tone and writing style for doing the listicle. Make it active and hit update. Now this will take a few minutes to build, and you can keep hitting refresh if you want, or you can just leave this. And let's go look at some other ones that we've built. Okay, here's one. Here's another one that we did on pruning saws. So this one's complete. It's ready to be used, and I can hit preview all. And we put a token in here. So if you're using this, the way that we're using these listicles is we're putting the listicle below an article, or we're creating its own page. And I'll show you both ways on how to do it. But whenever we randomize this, we replace this listicle number at the bottom of your page with, if we put 5 in there, you're going to see top 5. If we put 7, you'll see top 7. Okay. So here is a very short listicle. It's got all the products in there. So we're not pulling all of them. We're going to randomly select in here 5, 7, 6. It's not ever going to be the full set. Okay. So you can see what all of them look like just by clicking preview all. Let's see, we're working on that one still. Let's go down to miniature landscaping for model train builders. Okay, I'm just going to come down here, preview all, listicle, 12 creative miniature landscaping ideas for model trains. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, so that's kind of the feature there. Really easy to use. You can, inside of your keyword masher, under here, you do your product search. You come down here and click add, put in any product that you want. The shorter, the better, kind of on this. This one, commuter e-bikes under 200, under 2,000. And this is why sometimes you may not want to go back through and use what Amazon's going to give you. You want to selectively look at the link. I don't want a helmet or a skateboard helmet. I would want that box right there. Skip that one. Skip that one. Here's a couple more. And there's one. Okay. Copy to clipboard, send to ZimWriter. This makes it very easy to do your product research. Okay. So that was the Amazon product search. Okay. And I showed you how to get your shortcodes. Your shortcodes are going to go up here in your settings. And this is the style shortcode. You'll put it right in here. And you can use that shortcode on the listicle, like I showed you on the model. Instead of Amazon listicle, you're going to do Amazon AAWP or whatever shortcode you have. Okay. So let's go into the big stuff. The auto image generator. And we are going to here to Media Mixer, Media Packs. Okay, you're probably all familiar with doing this. Now let's go in and build a brand new media pack. And I'm just going to go add, and I'm going to give it a description. This is just for your training. We used to suggest maybe put MJ in front of it. I'm going to do AI tree trimming. Okay. Keyword group, type in tree trimming. So we put some EXIF information with these, and I'm going to do images, but now we have this new button. You've seen the Dolly 3. This does cost on your OpenAI. Wayne, what's the number? It's
8 cents.
8 cents. Okay. So the Dolly prompts, you can do 4 of them, but it's going to cost you 32 cents on your OpenAI account. Whereas if you use this one, we pay for it all, or it's through your credit system. Okay. So AIMasher graphic engine. And here's the prompt. AIMasher graphic prompts right there. And you choose your OpenAI and your GPT model. Use the most recent one. And we suggest these. So that these are the ones that are going to come up. Okay. Temperature. I like 0.5 if I'm going to use any of the preview models, and avoid common AI words. And we're going to type in tree trimming. Okay. Now, here's your power right here. It's your AIMasher graphic engine models. We have Stable Diffusion 2.0, 2.1. We have some different ones in here. If you've got an interior design company, or you're doing anything with remodeling, bathroom remodeling, this one is specifically for that. You got fantasy, you got ProtoVision. This is real high quality here. You got 3D cartoon, futuristic artist. We're going to be, these are different engine models that you can use. We're going to probably be adding another 5 to 10 of them over the next couple weeks as we find them and put them in there. Stable Diffusion, as it keeps upgrading, we'll keep on upgrading. This is the one I'm going to use today. And now you can put in the style of. You can still use this if you want, but I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to go get AIMasher graphic prompts.
We basically take the keyword that you've put in, and we write 4 new prompts that are more extravagant and that give you some variation. You have to wait for the circle to start.
Okay.
Everyone's using 0125, I think, because it's new.
Any questions we can answer right now as this is cooking?
Yeah, there was one on authors. What does it pull in? It will pull in anything that's an admin, an editor, or an author status. It'll ignore the rest. And
if you find there's a category, I know Yoast and RankMath sometimes does this, is it gives you SEO editor or SEO author or something like that.
It has done it, but you press refresh. So it's done it now, and the system will just start building those.
Okay.
It normally comes up with 4 prompts created, but because you press refresh, it did it straight after once it had finished. So they'll just sit and get generated in the background.
Well, so did it finish it?
Yeah, it's done it. It's built the prompts, but that was OpenAI building the prompts.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it still it hasn't come. Okay.
No. So now we're passing those prompts, and we're going to get you 4 images back for every one of those prompts. So you'll end up with 16 images.
Okay. So I can just keep hitting this refresh to see them as they come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can do something else, and I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, yeah. One of them's already on its way.
Okay. So we generate 4 prompts, and each prompt is going to generate 4 images.
Yeah. If you press refresh there, you'll see one of them.
Oh, you got a whole bunch of them.
In fact, yeah, you've got quite a few.
Ooh, looks good. That's a good looking image. This is probably that's a beautiful tree there. I'd hate to cut that one down. I guess you could, this is something you'd see in Biloxi, Mississippi, yep, or Bay City. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that was probably one prompt with
Yeah, that was one prompt. You got another 4 now already done.
Oh, wow. Okay. Pretty trees, but that doesn't have much to do with tree trimming. Okay, we got some more coming across. That's funny. Cool. Okay, that's more in line with probably what we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, we're fine tuning them as well as the models are being trained.
Yeah.
So they will get better, and we'll have different ones to create shorter, more accurate prompts. And
yeah. So very easy to add them in there, keyword group, and when you're done, you just hit finish. Okay. So we built 16 images in there. And like on the other one, is if you don't want to use the bonsai, you still want to keep them. Okay. So you can use them for something else if you want it. But if you don't want them to show up in an article, just make them inactive. Okay. But these are yours. Here's the cloud storage. If you ever need them, they're right there. In fact, that's a beautiful image there. Okay. So this is how you can do building them independent of an article. Okay. But let's show you the real fun part of it. I'm going to import an article publisher, import an article, and let's just go ahead and do a ZimWriter bulk blog post. And I'm going to go in and put it into, let me find one first. ZimWriter output.
There's a question on how many images can we do per month?
And that's a good question.
It is. You can do as many as you've got credits for.
And we feel like Oprah today. Guys, we've changed your credit limits already.
I also gave everybody 500 free credits.
And as Oprah would say, check under your seats. You should have an envelope there.
That's right.
You get 500 rollover credits for free. Now, if you had bought the rollover credit plan, we're going to be adjusting them over the weekend, so it will match up with what the current credit plan is. But instead of 50, you get 200 per month on the standard license. Pro, you get 500 per month. Agency was, I think, 200. You get 1,000 credits per month. So go to town with it. Plus, you got 500 rollover credits added to your account. If you bought the plan, we've got plans to go with that. In fact, I think it's rollover credits. So if you bought the 197, I think you got, what was it, 500 extra rollover credits or 1,000, whatever it was originally. We're going to change it to 5,000 rollover credits. So we're going to make it very affordable because we know sometimes the images get 6 fingers on them or 3 legs. Might as well go ahead and run them again. So anyway, let me pull an article on. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Perfect cycling tours. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to come back over here to AIMasher. And we're going to pull ZimWriter output.
In the, while I think about it, in the media packs, there's going to be an option next week for you to just type exactly what you want, and we won't use AI to create prompts. It'll just send what you've typed. So effectively, you can put your own prompt in,
Yep.
and it will generate you 4 images from that prompt.
Now let's do, I'll find some. Here we go. As you can see, it's top 10 holistic. Let's do this. 6 best mindful eating practices. Do home remedies work? And what I'm doing is I'm going to try to show you a variety real quick. Elite bike repair services. All these were blog articles that we made with ZimWriter. And let's see. Here's the anchor. And I'll go ahead and get the image with that one. Okay. Now I'm going to remove title from content.
If you pulled an image in, then you can't do. It'll ignore the image because you've selected bulk blog post.
Okay. E-bike conversion kits. Let's try this again. Trimming tips. And you can see I've done a lot of product roundups here. Smartwatch review. I'll pull those in, group articles together. I'm not going to group them because they're in different categories. And let's do enhance articles during import. Absolutely. So we're disregarding the images that were created in ZimWriter, and we're going to build our own. And I'm going to do my media pack. I'm just going to 3D character design. We're not going to actually use the media pack. The remaining credits, execute AI image prompts. Absolutely. Okay. Add image, AI images to media pack. And I'm just going to put in, just for testing purpose, I know I have some smart home system. I'm just tossing it in there. Masher, graphic engine model. Okay. Now I'm going to use this one again. This is a pretty decent one. The other one that we like is this ProtoVision. It's high fidelity. Also, 2.1 is pretty good. Now let's just do 2.1. Okay. Media. So extra images. I'm going to use my AIMasher graphic engine and video. So I can add video, and this is a new feature, or I could do live search or just leave it off. So these are extra images in the content, and this is a video down below. If you don't want to even use them, let's just leave them both off. Okay. If you want to use them, great. You want to use a media pack, your AIMasher graphic engine, or DALL-E 3. These are your choices.
DALL-E 3 is new as well. We added that to the import.
Yep.
So you'd have to browse again there because you've dropped all the controls down. It refreshes the page.
Yep.
So the best thing to do is do the browse last.
Browse again. E-bike conversion kits, gardening tools, and
Peter White asks, would be nice to set up media packs so we could just generate 100 or 200 images for the pack all at once and use the pack for article images instead of generating more each time. Yeah, you can do that.
That's the beauty of it. You do 16 at a time right now, and if we may even bump that up where you can do more if you're just generating images. 3 files are selected, hit import. Okay. So we imported 3 articles. Come over here, article publisher, my articles. Okay. You're going to see this image being processed right now. Now we're taking that original MidJourney that comes across that he makes for every one of these. And this is for ZimWriter. And we're going to convert that into a stable diffusion or whatever model that you chose. We're going to convert it and optimize it for that. Then we're going to go out and image process it. And usually it's, let's see, got any of them done yet. Now, in the past, when it said MidJourney processing.
You can refresh it again now.
Okay. So this one's complete. Yeah. Okay. So I can go into it to edit it. E-bike conversion kits. Okay. I don't know if I like this one. It looks like he's holding a bike up and you got an extra wheel over there, kind of dark and depressing. Okay. This is the 4 button. That doesn't look too bad, except for the bike's not connected there.
That's the circus version where you have two people.
Yep. Okay, that one wasn't good at all. So maybe I start with this and I go, okay, I don't want to use any of those, so I can delete this. Okay. Now you can come in here and we're going to set this up. It's not there right now, but well, I guess it could be where you could pull from your media pack here.
Yeah.
So e-bike. So if you don't like them, just go down here to e-bikes place. I'm going to add a featured image. Okay, that looks a lot better than what we generated. Okay, but if you don't like it, hit delete, start over. And what I'll do is if I'm pulling media packs, this is just here, click it a few times. Okay, and I'll click it one more time. Which one do I like better? Well, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to delete that one, delete that one, delete that one. I got some extra spaces. And now we're ready to, while you're in here, might as well use Grammarly. And in 2 weeks.
The Proto Vision High Fidelity is one of the better ones, I think.
Okay. Let's try that too. So anyway, this is once you can come back and go, okay, I don't like that. So let's just go back to this one. I think it will. No, once you replace it, it's gone. The token's gone. Okay. So anyway, you like it, come down here, hit update, finish, you're ready to go. It came in from ZimWriter bulk blog post. Hit finish. Let's go look at the other ones. Okay, so we got 6 best gardening tool storage bags to keep your gear organized. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. We got 3 suns, but that's okay. That will get attention.
You want the click, don't you?
Yeah, you want the click. Guys, if they don't click in to see what it is, you've lost that opportunity. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know, it's more futuristic. Okay, I like this one. This is the one that I would probably go with. Okay, and this one has my short codes in there. And
Marvin says these images seem like a step back from MidJourney. Yeah, but it's not going to go away because we own this image graphic engine.
Yeah, and guys,
and it's going to get better. And MidJourney doesn't have an API, and the one we had, they basically took away.
Yeah, so it may be a month, it may be 3 months, before the Stable Diffusion has some models coming out that I've kind of looked into that are on the level of MidJourney's 6. They're not available yet, but they said they're probably a few months out before they make them available. So the cool thing is they're all getting better. But if you just don't like it, you got 4 choices here, and if you don't like it, then go back down here to the media pack. And Peter White suggested make your media pack with a whole bunch of AI images, and then you can come down here and go, okay, let's just pull from gardening. I don't think I have. It's an MJ. I don't think I have any gardening stuff in there. Gambling, gourmet.
There's a few people, Jill in particular, has asked about the image size. If enough people want that feature, sending a ticket to say I would like to be able to put my own sizes in, then we could do that.
Yeah,
we got more control now because it's ours.
Yep. Yeah, if you want a 1x1, which would be like a 1080 by 1080, great. Or if you want profile images. So it's really interesting what you can do with this. And again, we give you the flexibility. I tell Wayne this all the time. I said, Wayne, this is the Android of smartphones. It's not the iPhone where you're locked into apples terms, and we make it so it's choices on how the models that you use. We gave you 500 credits, so okay, I would come in here at my media and come down here and click add, and I'm going to go AI-gardening. Just say gardening, and gardening tips, greenhouse gardening tips, close enough. Okay, and I'd come over here and put in here keyword gardening. Let's do one, maybe patio gardens. And this is where I'm going to play around with. I'm going to try this one. And then at the same time, you can do, I want mid-century, or I want photorealism. And then get AIMasher graphic prompts. Load up however you want to put them in there. Make you a media pack AI dash, and then try all these ones here. Wayne's tested a lot of them. The ProtoVision's good, and then the one that I was using is pretty good. But the 2.1, try it as well. Once you kind of have a feel for what your site content is, and you've played around with it, then start doing your imports and start putting them in there. Real easy to do. Any questions I can answer while we're right at this level here?
So that one. Fred says, so if we manually add our image at the top of the article, will that be used as the featured image when we post it to WordPress? Yes, it will.
Yes. Yeah. The very first image is going to be your featured image. And we'll just let these come in here.
Marvin says, if we don't like the AI image created, can you make an option where we can choose a different model to try making an image again? Yeah, we are going to put something, while you're in the edit, we're going to allow you to use the graphic engine at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't have it in there right now. It was.
No, you won't believe this was a massive upgrade. Yeah. I could bore you all day with servers and code and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. Wayne and our coder have been putting in 12-hour days to get this ready, because normally what we just added in would take 30 to 90 days to do, 30 to 60 days at least, with 3 or 4 people. Fortunately, Wayne is very, very good at AI automation, and our coder is very good at coding. We got it done in about 2 weeks. It's going to get better because now the machine is built. Now we just gotta get gas in it, and we're just going to run it around the track a whole bunch of times. And as we find models that work, we'll start dropping in some examples into the AIMasher Facebook group, so you can kind of go, okay, that's how they made that. That looks good. So if we have, like photoreal, maybe pixel art and ProtoVision gives you really good results, we'll put them in there. And in fact, y'all drop yours in there too. If you find some models and variables that you can put in there that work well. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, these look pretty good. I can already tell here. We probably need a date of when these came in. That's pretty neat.
So go back to that one. It's, even though it's not quite right, it's like, how's it standing up on the left side? It's got no leg.
Got no leg.
And would you like to be? How would you get onto that one?
Yeah, you might.
It would make you click it though. You're saying, oh, how would you get onto that without getting wet?
Yeah, and especially if you tweak your title, guys, is, maybe you have a gardening site that says you're working for a landscaping company. I would change the title and I would say, was your last landscaper a little short on designing your backyard? And then
I've got the title. Would you or raise? Yeah. Would you sack your gardener or give him a raise for doing this swing?
Yeah. So have fun with it. I mean, you get your choice too. I mean, this is beautiful. I would use this on any of my gardening sites here. So that's a beautiful one to use. Wow. You can't get much better. I mean, some people would argue, that you can MidJourney is so much better. But we just did this in about 2 minutes, and we got 16 of them. So again, we want you to have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, then it's probably not the right product, or you may not be in the right business if you're not having fun with what you're doing here. Okay, so that is the demo. I'll go over it again real quick. Let's come back over here, and here's the 5 upgrades that we did, just so you can see them better. Multiple WordPress authors, article audits, Amazon product search. I hope you use this today. I hope everybody uses this today. You can make a bunch of, especially if you get a long list. And to get a long list is make a shorter keyword. Pruning tools gave us 56 pruning tools, but pruning tools under $12 that have 4-star ratings gave us 3. So make sure you kind of open up your search on that. Product shortcodes. This will be fixed by the end of the day, probably. There's just a minor thing. Auto image, this is your fun time, okay? Everybody gets 500, plus you have all new monthly credits on yours. And if you bought some rollovers, we're going to upgrade your rollovers also. And you got the 4-button image switcher, okay? Now, let's talk about some bonuses. We added this a while back and didn't tell anybody. And Wayne told me he did it. I forgot to even do a training or anything. We automatically meta tag your content. Okay. It will work with Yoast and RankMath. It's coded for those. Where do you see it? Let me just hop over to my article publisher, my articles, and 3 best smartwatches. Okay. Go down here.
I wonder what prompt Matt sent over for that one.
That was not a very good. Let's see what his prompt was. Okay. Here is 3 best smartwatches. They've got product codes in there. In fact, these were the old product codes. That's why those don't work. And come down here. Okay. This meta description, when I publish it now, it will transfer over in the publish model.
Oh, we actually send the summary box over.
Summary box.
The one above.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're creating your summary here.
So if that's blank, should we pull what's in the parameter?
Yes. If it's blank, we need to pull this.
Oh, okay. That'll be done by Monday.
Yeah. So we'll fix that. Create summary, create a 20-word for a meta description. That's how easy it is to do if you're in editing this. Okay. And so we pull that. That's the feature, that kind of sub feature we didn't ever talk about. I'm going to talk about this last. Okay. The AI Sandbox has 3 new copywriting prompts. I've already tested them. They're great, especially this one, call to action phrases for a topic. How you get the AI Sandbox is if you have the agency license. So if you bought that lifetime agency, you got it. If you got the monthly agency, you got it too. But we put prompts in there that we use a lot, or that we find interesting, that we think maybe y'all might like. So let's take a look at these 3 new ones here. Come over here to Content Engine. Nope. AI Sandbox. They're all inside of copywriting, is the group, copywriting. And one of them is the create 20 leading and catching call to actions from a topic. Okay. We use the new model, English, confident, informative. And you could change these up. It will all affect that. Enter your topic right here. Avoid common AI words if possible. And I'm going to put in here patio gardening tips. Click execute. Now it would be similar to going over to chat but it's live right here for you to use. And it just takes a few seconds. So we kind of isolated it down to prompts that we would actually use instead of the 12,000 prompts you can buy for $27 on JVZoo. There's a few dozen that you would actually use, but you get them for free inside the AI Sandbox. Okay. Transform your patio into a lush oasis. See how others have done it and get inspired. Okay. So this right here is a good call to action. You could also create a title from it, but you might want to put some testimonials. You might want to find some testimonials in the SERPs. From concrete to captivating, watch these patios turn into garden paradises, okay? This call to action is great to put some video embeds into your article, or if you want to put some video embeds. Ever wondered how to fit a garden into a small patio? Let these success stories show you the ropes. Great ideas. You can turn these into blog posts. You can use them as inserts into the article itself. So if you're answering a question, you have an informative blog post, you're answering a question like, or maybe a product roundup, the 6 best hand tools for patio gardening. Okay, so you've done all that. Now you want to put something else extra, because when Google sees it, they say, okay, that's a product roundup, great. And then they find this down at the bottom, or they find a listicle. And now you can put some videos down there. This adds value to your blog post that you just created. These little call to actions with things you can put underneath. Okay. So hit that pretty good. Let's go in and copy to clipboard. You can do something with it, convert Markdown to HTML if it comes in as Markdown. Let's do another one, copywriting. And another one was the new way to create an article. I think it's that one. Yep. Okay. Add a topic. Training a cat outside. And it's going to write an article for you. And we also, when you're hovering over these, this is in the process, there's tooltips to tell you which ones do what. And we got one that does a really good job, is if you have a title, it will take the title and create an SEO article based from it. Let's see, take a little bit longer. Of course, it's using the new model, not the fast model. Any questions we can answer right now?
Yeah. There's is there a way I can import an article just from a copy and pasted text? I'm starting to build more articles in Phrase, and I would rather enhance using your tool instead of going straight to WordPress. If you go to the import section at the top, there's an option for clipboard. You've still got a process on the other page running.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. I'm going to kill that one because I think I chose the wrong one. But just go in and play with them. Yeah, this is the new one right here. I tagged that other one. SEO optimized article with 100% uniquely written style. GPT-4 recommended. So that's the new one. This one is the new one, and then this is the other one. Use a title to create a highly competitive SEO article. Okay, so play around with these. If you want to see all of them, you've never even seen this, go over here to all, and you got a whole bunch of them in here. Book outline. This is a really good one. Find the biggest unmet need in a category. If you need some ideas, we've got some idea generators right here. Generate a list of questions for a client questionnaire. Jane. So, yeah. Okay, now we're going to go into, what was the question?
Just pop into import.
Oh, yeah. Import article.
And then you see at the top, we've got a clipboard option.
Yep.
And you can just paste it in the HTML editor that's there.
Yep.
But if you paste in HTML though, flip the code, show them the button. Yeah. And then turn it to the HTML page, paste it in, and then switch it back, and then you'll see it in the proper format.
Now, let me give you another idea too, is if it saves it as, most of these writers will save as an HTML file, text file. If that's the case, then use this right here. Okay. And I'm using QualiWriter and AI, another writing tool, ScaleNut. And this is what I do. I save it as HTML. I bring it in just like that and choose the file. And it gives me all the enhancing AI image and everything. Okay. Any other questions?
When you import from ZimWriter, does it automatically create the images that come with it? Was one of the questions. If you've got, say, you've done a roundup with the images attached as, I think they're JPEGs, aren't they? They come with it.
Yeah.
You can select ZimWriter reviews plus images, and then you just highlight the article and select all the images as well, and it will import them in for you.
Yeah. Here's one here, trimming trees. I got four images, and smart, let's come down here, pruning, smart secrets to tree vitality. And I click open, import. You got to make sure you do this reviews plus images because it gives you more than just one image. Okay. So we imported 2 actual articles, but we imported all the images that went with it. It's a very good question.
You've forgotten, but you might want to tick remove the title from the content.
Yeah. But since I did, I think we'll do that. Oops. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Click that. Go into HTML. It's a feature of them all. You just have to delete the line.
A little bug right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it back out. Okay. So these are the images that came in from the Stable Diffusion. So preventing disease with cuts. As you can tell, there's the model. The model gives us what the model gives us.
They're the ones that was created from ZimWriter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. These came in now, and I don't mind these, but what I've noticed is it's kind of like what you've seen today is sometimes you need 4 of them because there's only going to be 1 or 2 that are good from the Stable Diffusion. Whereas if you get this one, I'm like, I may not want to use that one. That one's not too bad. That's a good one. So anyway, this is why we give you this HTML editor. Now, while we're here, I want to show you something else. I have been playing with this Chrome extension. I'm going to do a full Geek Out Friday on it. In fact, I may even do something sooner than that just to give you a training on it. It's called maxai.me, and it's a Chrome extension. They have a free version. I went ahead and got the expert version. And the reason I did that, I'll show you one, it gives you all the models that are current. So what do I do with this Max? And in fact, you've probably seen it as I'm going over here. You see it kind of getting in the way when I highlight something like this right here. This is the quick tips. It's a Chrome extension. It's up here. I can do an AI-powered search right now. In fact, or I can improve the writing. I can make it more straightforward. Okay. So if you see some paragraphs that have some fluff in them, make them straightforward. Or I can simplify the language. Okay. So here's some key takeaways: understanding pruning. So maybe I want to just take this entire section. I'm not even going to read it. I just want to improve it. In fact, I'm just going to make it more straightforward. Now, I'm using the OpenAI, the current version, GPT-4 Turbo. Pruning in cold months stops new growth, makes it easier. Okay. Prune right. Okay. This is more simplified. So I'm going to replace the selection. Now, only thing is, I just need to hit a backspace, and then how do I want to format it correctly? Again, we're using an HTML editor. So this makes it real easy to use. And I got Grammarly attached. So I'm going to let Grammarly fix everything. But I simplified it I made it more straightforward, took out a lot of the AI fluff that I get sometimes. Okay. Now, that's one way to look at it. But if I come over here, I'm going to say, let's change the model. These are the ones that are built in. Gemini Pro. This is Google's AI. It is really, really good at rewriting. There's Claude. You had 2 versions of Claude coming in. You got Claude 2 and you've got Claude Instant. Okay. 100K is how far back the context window looks. This Chat GPT, you've got all the models in there, and you can kind of change how it rewrites the conversational style. Okay. Now you can add your own OpenAI API key. You can go back to Chat. It's using its version of Chat GPT, but you got to have the paid version of Chat GPT. You could put in your Claude API and use it. You can put in Bard or Bing's API. These are all third-party, but all these are included. So you don't need a Gemini account. You don't need a Claude, a paid account for either one of those. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on Gemini. Now I'm going to come over here and go, okay, meticulously remove unwanted growth without stressing the tree. This in all its natural grandeur. Okay, this is fluff. I wouldn't speak like that. So I'm going to highlight it, and I'm using Gemini, so I'm going to go more straightforward. And I'm going to simplify the language. Straightforward. Let's try that again. Simplify. That's why it's in beta. Okay, let's try this one last time here. I wanted to show you Gemini because it does really do a good job. Let's change it around then. Let's change the model back to turbo, balanced. Let's see what we can do right here. Oh, there it is. It was already doing it over here. Okay. Cutting back trees when they're dormant. We already did that one, so let's do this, make it more straightforward. Okay. That looks pretty good. Knowing how to prune is key. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this plain text, come over here and paste it in. Now, it made it a little bit longer. You may not want that. So you can edit that as well. It gives you a little bit of flexibility in here. Again, I'm using Grammarly, but it did simplify it. And I've been testing with Claude. So I've had this extension for about almost 3 days now. But here's the cool thing is you get down here and you go, okay, let's talk about post-pruning tree care. Let's go down here to, I'm just going to, what are the best sources for learning how to prune trees? Give it a question mark. Now I'm going to highlight it. Come over here, writing, and let's just copy it. I'm going to copy with formatting, and I'm just going to put it in right here. Make answer. What are the best sources? How to prune a tree? And let's just say I think I can change it right here. Yep. Take question out. Okay. What I just did here, what are the best sources? Learn how to prune trees effectively. Here's some reliable sources. Plant Me Green, Smithsonian Gardens. In addition, you can also Quora, Old Farmer's Almanac, Tree Atlanta. All these are linked. You just built citation links. Everybody should go, wow, how did you just do that? Well, it's powered by Max AI. So if you want to build helpful content on the fly, this is a very quick way of doing it. Okay, and you get down here and you say update and finish. This article is ready to go in. I've got citations in here and I got helpful content. So maybe there's some other questions that you want to ask is, when is the best an oak tree? Make it very specific, okay? In the northern Texas panhandle. I mean, you can get really specific with it, okay? Put a question mark with it. Now, I'm going to highlight it again, hit search. How much time would this take you to do this manually? I'm going to copy with formatting, paste it in. Okay. So again, I'm going to take that out, make this an H3. Wayne, do we have any wows yet?
We've got a...
Okay. Google is looking for helpful content. Not only are you giving them advice, you just did a big article about pruning smart, the secrets to tree vitality. And remember, somebody gave me a perfect analogy of what Google is looking for. And it came around Christmas. And it has stuck in my mind. I hope I get this in your mind. Google is looking for the Santa Claus at Miracle on 34th Street that's working at Macy's. If he doesn't have if they don't have, Macy's doesn't have the toy, he's going to recommend them to another store. That's what Google helpful content is looking for. That's Santa. Is your blog post the Santa at Macy's? So we've given them all the best information. It's all AI generated, absolutely. But AI isn't necessarily going out putting citations in there, citational links. What are best sources for learning how to prune trees? We just gave them the old art. When is the best time to prune an oak tree in northern Texas panhandle? Why would you want to do this? Well, if your keyword research list frequently asked questions, you can pull those frequently asked questions and start answering them with citational links. And they're all outbound links. And they all work. That's why this little Chrome extension is worth every bit if you can get the paid version of it. And let's see if I can give you, let me give you a link so I can get little referral credit bonuses with it. Any questions? I haven't even shown one of the better parts of this little Chrome extension.
Are those links no follow?
I have no idea. I probably have to look at the HTML code when they come across. Good question, though. Let's put in here, chat. Wayne, when we send them across, are we sending them as no follows?
She means the ones you've just added in this article from Max AI.
Well, I'll look at the HTML one. Okay, there's a link. So let's update it. Come up here. That's why we have an HTML editor. I come all the way down here at the bottom. Hope I'm not making everybody dizzy. Target blank. They have there is no follow targeting on there. So these are follow links.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is really cool. Now, I'm going to show you one last thing on this that I've been experimenting with. Come down here and create summary. We've been creating summaries, and these are good. The Amazon review, and I like the Fox News 100 word and the Guardian. Both of those are pretty decent. But I stick my cursor just somewhere in the box, come over here to summary. I'm going to clear the page. It is going to give me a TLDR. It's going to give me key takeaways. And then I'm going to say, let's see if I can do this. So I can give, oh, hope I moved it fast enough. Max. I'm going to give you a prompt to put in there. Let's see. Okay. I've just summarized it. Now I'm going to come in here and go, okay, review the entire article and then hit make me a summary. Okay. Here's a concise summary and a friendly voiceover script for the site owners. So I'm just going to take it out of the quotes here and copy it. Come down here, paste it in. And I like to put some little breathers in my scripting. So let's do this. Uncover the secrets, learn how, and explore. And okay. So that's what I'm going to go over here to OpenAI. Give me a voiceover. Do TTS1. And let's let Echo give us, actually, I'm going to do something else. Let's go to 11 Labs. And everybody likes Paul Harvey, so we're going to let Paul Harvey read this for us. So I'm going to create an audio. At the same time, I'm enhancing the article. I'm going to embed an HTML player. We host your voiceover. Most of y'all have already seen this, but we put a player inside of the article, so you don't have to host it.
Discover the art and science of tree pruning with Prune Smart, secrets to tree vitality. Uncover the secrets to promoting tree health.
Pretty good. Now, you may not have been able to pick all that audio up very easily. That's an easy way to create a very concise summary. This is going to be about, I think it's 30 seconds long, 34 seconds. Just a summary, and it's really easy to do. Okay. So I hope everybody got the bonus training here. We're going to go in and explore this a lot more. So anyway, let's hop back over to, I guess, the close of that. Let's see. Okay. So we talked about meta tagging, HTML editor that will work with Max AI and AI Sandbox. Any questions at this point that we can show you? We're kind of an hour and 40 minutes. Wayne said, I bet you can't do this under 2 hours. Goes to the login. Okay.
Yeah, it does, but it still works because it brings you to a page where you've either got to join with Google or you've got to put your email in.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. No questions?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us today. I know I've showed you a lot. We're going to have very specific training coming out on all this. And when you're done with Max AI, just close it. Makes it real easy. Yep. Awesome. Guys, we keep telling everybody and this is kind of so we are really focused on enhancing your content before you publish. Just keep that in mind. That's anytime we're figuring out what we want to do next is is it enhancing the article before it gets published. Max AI, I know it's got a rewriter in there, a full post rewriter that we're going to be experimenting with. But that using the Gemini, you're going to see, especially Gemini, to make it straightforward, is you can get rid of all the fluff and make it more of what you might actually write yourself. Okay. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in 2 weeks on another Geek Out Friday call. Bye for now.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.